Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jailbreak Weekly, episode number 14. I have my co-hosts on the line. I have Andy Hoff. What's going on, Andy?
Yeah, I've been pretty busy with a lot of jailbreak stuff lately. I'm sure you have, too, David.
Yeah, it's been a very, very active, very busy day for me, but we'll talk about that in a second. We also have Justin Wack. What's going on, Justin?
Well, I mean, not a lot. I'm sitting here trying to delete all the links that Andy sent to the YouTube video by Florida Georgia Line in the group message. I'm sitting here trying to erase all of them, you know?
All right, can I explain myself, please?
No. Here, I'll explain it. Andy decided that he was going to rudely interrupt my sleep at 11:30 p.m. approximately with spamming of "This Is How We Roll" by Florida Georgia Line.
Okay,
now,
when a jailbreak comes out, it's so
yes,
happy, so you
this
gotta
usually,
emote it with songs.
This is usually signifying that a jailbreak has dropped. So
Yeah, either that or he's trolling us.
Well, the only time I do that is when a jailbreak. The only time I post repeated links to Florida Georgia Line is when a jailbreak's out.
No, you have done it before.
I don't know, a few times.
You sent us Twitter links to the evasion tweet from 2013 that said, "It's live, evasion.com."
Yeah, well, that was what I was trying to prank you guys on. But that's a whole other story right there.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you haven't figured it out yet, the iOS 9 jailbreak is out.
What?
Awesomeness. Pure awesomeness.
Terrible.
But hey, you know what? It's true. This is it's so good, okay? Because first of all, we were not expecting it right now. I mean, we're not even.
And if you listen to so episode 13, I think we did, which was what? It wasn't this past week, but it was the week before that. Yeah. So I think we did spend a little bit of time talking about the iOS 9 jailbreak, and basically the consensus that we had is we were not going to see anything until at least the end of the month. So just throw everything that we said last episode completely out the window because we were 100% wrong. I'm still in shock that this thing came out today.
And it's crazy. 28 days after the original release of iOS 9, the jailbreak has dropped. And, for those counting, 28 days is the official new record. Pangu beat their own record that they set in iOS 8.0 with the jailbreak for that in the iOS 8 cycle. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's safe to say that Pangu has now become the most successful jailbreak team in history.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to like these major releases. Like they did it with iOS 8. They got the first iOS 8 jailbreak, and yet again with 9. And it seems like it's just getting sooner and sooner that they're releasing these. Oh yeah, 7.1.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, I mean, if you think about it from a jailbreak team's perspective, it does make a lot more sense to release if you have a jailbreak for like a whole number for 8 or 9 or whatever, because then you're in the spotlight more. It's if it's like a 6.1.3 type of situation, where it's like 8.4.1 with Luca Tedesco right now, it kind of differs. You still get jailbreak spotlight because obviously the jailbreak patch got patched, a little while ago, but it's, you get a lot more, I guess you could say, publicity for doing stuff like this if it's for 7 or 8 or 9 or anything like that, because we have not seen, we haven't seen an iOS 9 jailbreak up until today. And,
today.
I mean, well, I should probably say a public release because I Hate Snow has teased it. Various people have teased it that they've had it, but
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, in terms of an actual public release, this is the first time we've seen anything for iOS 9.
Yeah.
Right. And what shocks me, one of the most things, sorry to interrupt, Justin, I just wanted to say that it's for 9.0.2, not 9.1, but we have reason to believe, based off of some, intelligence from Camby writes from iDigital Times, that some of the jailbreak teams were targeting 9.0.x as opposed to 9.1 because 9.1 closed some exploits. So I'm not sure if that's what's going on here. I'm not sure if these exploits are still functional in 9.1. We'll have to see in the future. But
so what I'm wondering is,
just it's surprising.
Is this still functional on like 9.1 beta? Has anyone tried that yet?
I have to try it for myself.
I don't know. I'm assuming not, because otherwise they probably would have released it.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's a beta. You got to keep that in mind.
Or, see, here's what I was thinking, though, too, is this could be, I mean, we don't know how far 9.1's release is away.
Wait, but didn't Apple just release new betas yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So theoretically, and obviously we don't know at this point, but I'm just saying theoretically, maybe they patched the holes that Pongu was going to use, and they just thought, okay, last ditch, let's just drop this now so that we can
Well, I don't know.
get on this before.
I think
feel like that'd be a lot of.
that. I was just gonna say, I think I remember hearing that at least one exploit, because I think here's how I think it went down. I'm pretty sure Luca and I Hate Snow both had something to do, at least something to do with the jailbreak.
Yes,
So I don't know if it was an exploit that they had discovered that they contributed, or whatever the deal was. But if that might have been the case, then I think it might have only worked for 9.0 through 9.0.2, and then the exploit got patched on 9.1 beta. So I think in terms of that, if that's what happened, then that makes more sense, basically. Then
Yeah, and
So-
sorry to interrupt. But I just wanted to say that we do definitely know that Luca Tedesco and I Hate Snow helped, because Pengu team shouted them out on Twitter. Sorry to interrupt again. Go ahead, Justin.
So where were you guys when the jailbreak dropped?
Oh boy, this is one of my. I caught this one pretty early, actually. So the thing is, I was asleep, as a matter of fact, and then I woke up. I was just watching a little TV, and I checked Twitter. I was about to go back to sleep, and obviously I just saw the tweets. I saw people saying iOS 9 jailbreak is live, Pengu.io. I'm like, really? So I clicked on it, and sure enough, it was the legit website, and I started screaming like a little girl.
So did you think you were hallucinating when you first saw it, or what was your initial reaction?
I was like, really, this soon? But then I thought back. I was like, well, this happened with iOS 8 too. It was really fast. So I was like, they did it again, Pengu. So I immediately I went over to my studio, downloaded the jailbreak, jailbroke my iPhone 6s, and sure enough, it worked perfectly.
Don't forget, you spammed us. Don't
Okay, I
forget
spammed us. I also talked to Justin for a few minutes before I recorded, just to talk about the jailbreak for a little bit. But again, I recorded, uploaded it, middle of the night. It was like 1 a.m. I was recording. It was uploaded by like 2 or 3, and I was so excited. And here we are.
Is it me, or is this the most awkwardly timed jailbreak I've ever seen?
They're always awkward.
But even on Twitter though, like, I don't know. Like, I know yesterday, for example. So for me, I was just about to go to sleep, and I start getting like tons and tons of messages from Andy.
This is how we roll.
And so I'm like, okay, something's up. So I go on Twitter and then FaceTime Andy, and we're like, yeah, the jailbreak is out. But even on Twitter, like this came at a really terrible time for me, because I had to write an English final today, like an English essay.
You and me both, Justin. You and me both. I'll talk about my situation in a second, though. Go ahead.
Not only that, I noticed on Twitter, like, Twitter was remarkably quiet.
Well, it was like 2 a.m.
Jailbreak release. I know. No, but I'm saying, like, even when I woke up, and again, I'll talk about my situation in a second, but even when I woke up, which was later on, there was not that much talk about that. Like, there was, but not to the extent of a lot of the other jailbreak releases where all you see is talk about the jailbreak. Like, I saw a bunch of other tweets, so it was surprising.
I wonder if this is a sign. I think this could either mean two things. I think this could mean that activity in the community is slowly dying, which is what I really hope is not happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I also think that this could mean that iOS 9 is kind of being treated not as a major release, but I don't know. To me, that was the main thing I took out of that whole release last night, was that Twitter was remarkably quiet. Like, I had never seen that Twitter that quiet on a jailbreak release. Like, usually when a jailbreak gets released, I have to refresh my timeline every about 15 seconds, and there's about 5 new tweets there. And today I refreshed it every 2 minutes, and there might have been maybe 1 new tweet kind of thing. So I don't know. Like, I just thought it was really, really remarkably quiet for when a jailbreak was getting released.
I mean, I don't really have a good answer to that, but I mean, it could also be, obviously, yes, it was like 2 a.m. Eastern time, a lot of other places it was late as well. And also, it might be because the iOS 9 was just released, and maybe there wasn't this huge amount of build-up and hype and, built-up, pent-up energy, so maybe it was not quite as,
that is a good point.
exciting, maybe? I mean, I was super excited.
Yeah. Well, you also have to factor in here that I mean this did not come at a good time at all for people that go to school, for people that go to work. This is in the middle of the week. This is on a Wednesday. This came out. So either you were fortunate enough to not have school or just stay up whenever, and you were able to do that, and you guys fortunately were able to do that, so fortunately you guys were on it, but unfortunately I was not. Like I said, I'll talk about my situation in a second. But yeah, so that's what I think happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your situation, David?
All right, so I guess I shouldn't delay this any further.
David's
but
like, I'm trying not to cringe. I'm trying so hard not to cringe.
because the fact that this happened, I was just so upset. But anyway, so if you're a sophomore or a junior in high school and you go to high school in the United States, anywhere in the United States, this was actually happening nationwide today. So basically, what I'm talking about is the PSATs. So the PSATs is a preliminary, preliminary SAT. And basically the SATs you have to take to get into college, get higher scores, get into better colleges, so on and so forth. It's not, this isn't school weekly. So I'm going to keep the school talking to a minimum here because, we want to talk more about the jailbreak itself. But anyway, so I basically had my watch on silent, and it was really, it saddened me that this whole thing happened too, because I was like, well, I could have been FaceTiming Andy, and we could have been FaceTiming for a little while, and then we would have seen the jailbreak drop. Because what happened was I got a message through my watch, like right before I went to bed, probably like 10 minutes before I went to bed. And Andy's like, I can FaceTime you in like 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I really just don't have the time for it because I got the PSATs tomorrow. I got to go to bed like early so I can actually function tomorrow. And take a test at 7:30 in the morning, which was not fun at all because we had to sit from 7:30 to 10:25 in a single room. And
it's rough.
We got like two breaks for like 5 minutes, so like a 10-minute break in total for those four different sections.
We didn't even get breaks, dude.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, we got to write 2.5-hour exams, and we don't even get breaks, so you guys are lucky.
Damn, that's crazy.
That stinks. Yeah. But yeah, so basically that's what was going on for me. I was taking the PSATs, and because of that, I was not able to stay up late enough to be able to see the jailbreak drop. But so basically my story is I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning today, and I looked at my phone. All of a sudden, I see the HTTPS.
How many hundreds of notifications did you have on your phone?
Oh, I said thousands.
A lot. Yeah.
Thousands.
It was to the point where my phone was crashing. Like I could not get it to work right. I think you might have broken the messages app for like a little while. But anyway, so I kept scrolling down. I kept seeing HTTPS, YouTube. It was the same link over and over again, and I was like, oh, you know what this means. So I click on the link. Sure enough, this is how we roll. I was like, okay, I know what that means. So I keep scrolling up in the conversation, and I see, you guys talking about a jailbreak. I was like, hey, whoa, what's going on? Like a jailbreak release? Is it for 8.4.1? And then I saw iOS 9, so I was like, is this really happening, or are they like messing around? So I go on Twitter, I check my timeline. Sure enough, there's a bunch of tweets, containing the iOS 9 jailbreak. Then I go down a little bit, and then I see the Pangu team's official Twitter tweet, basically, it's live, like, I forget exactly what it said, but something along the lines of that, like, the iOS 9.0.2 untethered jailbreak is now live, jailbreak now, and then a link to pangu.io to their website. So I was like, wow, this is actually legitimate. Like, they weren't kidding about this. So I go check out the website. Sure enough, it's there, Windows only, and finally, this time, they got it right where they were actually able to translate it to English, but unfortunately there were some things, just because it's Chinese translation to English, that were not correct. So I'll just say that, and Andy knows what I'm talking about, but I'll just say that. So anyway, so I was just sitting in the PSATs, I was taking them, and every single break I got, every single time I finished a section, I kept going like, jailbreak, I need it, and I was staring at my bag, because they made us like put our phones in the bag and the whole 9 yards with the, turn off your cell phones, put your smartwatches up to the front, so I had to take off my Apple Watch. It's crazy now what they make you do.
Smartwatches now?
Yeah, well, see, it probably wouldn't have happened, but there's this other kid in my class that's got a Galaxy smartwatch, and he was playing around with it, and the teacher saw, so the teacher was like, take off any smartwatches that anyone has, including like an Apple Watch or a Galaxy, and I was like, well, there goes. I was like, there goes my chance with the Apple Watch. But it's not like I would cheat on it, on the PSETs with it. I just would like to have it still on my wrist because it's my stuff. I don't really like to have it away from me because I like to know that I have it on my person and I'm able to carry it around with me. God forbid something happens. So that's basically what happened with me. I was waiting all day for Jailbreak. Finally came home. Finally installed it, jailbroke without any problems, got Cydia on my iPhone 6s. I was super excited to see it. I was like, yes, finally, Cydia on my iPhone 6s. I made the tutorial's up, so you guys will be able to, me and Andy both made a tutorial, so you guys can go ahead and go down to the link in the description below for both of ours, or you should check out the description is what I'm saying. Just check out the description. You guys will see that me and Andy both made a tutorial, so you can watch both of our tutorials to go ahead and jailbreak and pick whatever tutorial you want to follow, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's like a lot of the other ones. Yeah. But I've had the floor for a while. So to wrap up, I just wanted to say I had a super crazy day today, and I had PSATs. Yeah, PSATs. I jailbroke my phone, made a tutorial on it, and I'm ready for whatever iOS 9 throws at us with the possibility of new jailbreak tweaks.
This episode of Jailbreak Weekly is brought to you in part by the Apple Attack and Ultimate iDevice Videos.
Sponsor break.
Now that we've had 2 shameless promotions of jailbreak tutorials done on their channels, we can move on. Thank you.
Now on to your regularly scheduled programming.
Scheduled programming.
All right, guys. So tweaks.
Wait,
okay.
Hold up.
That was a horrible transition.
Hold up now. What was that? What?
It was. I said.
That was the greatest freaking segue of all time, bro.
All right, David, leave this in the podcast, okay? Do not edit this out.
Yeah, okay, so tweaks. Well, okay, so hold up. Before we get into tweaks though, how do you guys think this affects like the logistics of the community? Because do you guys think, like, obviously a jailbreak always has a huge impact on the community, but how do you guys think it's going to affect like the cycles? How do you guys think it's going to affect all that? Like, what do you guys think the community? What would you guys most like to see from the community this year? I guess this cycle.
Well, to answer your first question, I was just gonna say that I saw earlier on, Craig actually tweeted out basically that he basically said in so many words, "All right, a new jailbreak cycle started. Time to go looking for some WWJC stuff." So I'm excited for that. Definitely
Super
WWJC.
exciting,
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's kick some tables and.
Okay, we're getting off topic, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, Jailbreak Con. Hopefully they have one. It's always a fun time, and that's probably what that'd be on my list of like what I'd most like to see out of the community this year.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure.
Jailbreak Con. Jailbreak Con. How to phrase this? Jailbreak Con is easily the highlight. One of the highlights of my year. Every year I've gone to it the past 2 years, so. Yeah, really hoping that happens. But Andy, what do you expect to come out of the community? Because obviously David's was Jailbreak Con, but Andy, what do you expect to come out? Do you have any expectations? Do you have what are your opinions on this whole thing?
Well, I absolutely Jailbreak Con. I just have to say that I completely agree. It's same thing. It's always the highlight of the year, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am hoping that they get that worked out, and also just tweaks and just like the whole cycle, all the jailbreak developers, all the little tweak jailbreak teams. So of course Jailbreak Con. Yeah, I just have to completely agree with both of you on that. It's always the highlight of the year. It's so fun just meeting everyone in person, meeting you guys and all that. So yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to that completely. Hope to get that worked out. And also just all the tweaks, all the development teams, the jailbreak teams, the jailbreak developers, the tweak developers. That's what I mean to say. all these little, small developers developing tweaks. It's just that's one of the best things, seeing all these little innovative
Yeah. Yeah, it
add-ons and
is. That's
stuff,
nice.
and that's what makes up the cycle. The amount of those being released at a given time, I think that's gonna completely skyrocket, as it always
Right.
does in the next few
Yeah.
months, and it's just gonna be
know-
awesome.
Going off of that, actually, sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, going off of that, I'm really looking forward to, and I think it kind of has already started to happen in a sense. I'm really looking forward to them tweaking around because obviously especially with the S models, with the 5S, it was Touch ID, and they unlocked the ability to be able to tweak Touch ID with tweaks like Virtual Home and Touch ID, iTouch Secure, I think it
man.
was, and
Dude,
stuff
you're
like
bringing
that.
back nostalgia now. I remember installing those for the first time. Like,
Yeah. So
Virtual Home, awesome.
yeah.
yes, that was
So
fantastic. I remember that.
so I'm really excited for tweaks like that'll come out for 3D Touch. I'm really excited to see what they'll be able to do with 3D Touch. I'm hoping that it'll be more than what meets the eye in a sense, more than what Apple showed that it can do, because we already have seen that Touch ID could do more than just unlock your phone. So
Yeah. No, see, I think you know what I'd love to see is, well, there's two things I'd love to see. Well, three. So Jailbreak Con is obviously my main thing. I'd love to see 3D Touch integration with Activator. I think that could create
Oh yeah.
the most powerful user experience a mobile phone has ever seen. 3D Touch and Activator, because if it's customizable enough, oh man, that thing is going to be a beast for productivity. The third thing I'm really looking forward to is seeing what can be done with the whole, multitasking things on iOS 9 with iOS 9.1. You've got your slide over and all that. So I think it's going to be really cool to see what kind of multitasking features they add in. There's just so much to look forward to in this cycle. Like I cannot wait to see what this cycle has to offer. I feel like it's going to be a lot better than iOS 8. I feel like because of 3D Touch, I feel like the S series, there's always just way more innovative tweaks. There's deeper amounts of tweaks. And I personally am over the moon at this S cycle jailbreak being released.
Right, definitely. And in terms of the multitasking stuff, I just wanted to quickly go back to that. There's already a tweak by CP Digital Darkroom. I believe it's called what's it called, David? I don't have the name right in front of me.
Medusa, I think.
Yeah, I have it running on my 6S Plus right now, and basically it brings slide over from the iPad Air 2 to all devices, and like it's just incredible. Like you can see already on the first day that this thing's released, we're getting iPad features, basically full multitasking, beautiful, exactly like the iPad on all the devices. And I have to say, this thing is awesome. We'll be sure to throw the Cydia repo you can find this on in the description. But
It's
just incredible.
MEDUSA. So yeah, and then also too, another one that kind of goes along with that, in a sense, but actually the exact opposite of that is, Andy, you want to lead me into the next one?
Yes, absolutely. So there's a new tweak called Legacy Switcher, and basically it brings the iOS 8 and iOS 7 app switcher back to iOS 9 if you don't like the latest card, 3D view card switcher. I actually like the new iOS 9 one, but
Yeah, I was about to
for
say the same.
yeah, but again, for the many people who don't, just install Legacy Switcher. Apparently, it's going to give you back the old one. I haven't installed it yet, but I'll be doing that very soon for sure. David, did you have this installed?
Okay, so I installed it for like a minute to play around with it, and then I just immediately uninstalled it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just like the iOS 9 app switcher better, as Andy and Justin already previously said. I just, if you like the iOS 8 switcher, it's there and it exists, which is why I'm glad that it exists, because, some people might like this better than the iOS 9 switcher, which, I don't really understand that because I like the iOS 9 design better, but if you like the iOS 8 switcher, it exists.
Well,
so,
see,
there you go.
This is the essence of what jailbreaking is about.
Yeah, choice. Exactly.
Like,
definitely, yeah.
Because when Apple takes a feature out of iOS, there's no customizability to bring it back unless you jailbreak. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
This is a prime example of why people jailbreak this app switcher. So, and I mean, look, like you guys said, I am, frankly, it's my app switcher. I don't really care, but I prefer the 9 app switcher design to the 8 and 7 app
Right.
switcher design, especially because it feels so cluttered with the contacts that get in the way.
Yeah, same.
I've gone on multiple Twitter rants about how the contacts shouldn't even be there. No, like I just it's so I'm happy that you know, there's this choice, but I can't see myself using this tweak myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to quickly mention in terms of compatible tweaks, I have a video I'm working on right now. Yes, I'm blatantly whatever you say, Justin, blatantly promoting myself.
Advertising.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
And now
but
you're
yes.
on the third shameless promotion. We return you to your regularly scheduled
Hey, I didn't even
activities.
say it yet. Okay, I'm working on a video of the top 10 iOS 9 compatible tweaks, free right now. So that should be out later tonight, which is the 14th of October.
Yeah.
But again, hey, if you're without tweaks, just check that out.
Just for the record, also, by the time this podcast is actually published, compatibility lists may change.
Yes.
This is very
Yeah,
time
they-
sensitive.
yeah.
Yes.
As it stands right now, what are you guys seeing for compatibility? What's on the horizon, Andy, in that front?
Well, in terms of the horizon, I mean, tons of people are updating their tweaks. But in terms of right now, there's a bunch of small tweaks that work. For example, Zeppelin, which is a very popular one that allows you to basically change the carrier logo text at the top. That's one of my favorites. I'm currently rocking the Windows logo up there.
I hate Windows.
Okay, Justin.
Okay.
Thank you for that. There's also there's Speed Intensifier, which speeds up all the animations, system animations. That's really cool. Makes everything much faster.
No.
And I'm sure by the time, for right now anyway, there's a repo that you can add to get full iOS 9 compatibility, but
Yes.
I'm sure by the time this airs, it'll be on Big Boss, so
Now-
you probably won't have to
Right.
worry about
Now-
that.
And there's many other tweaks.
Wait, one more question for you guys is okay, I have questions about 3 tweaks. Okay? Is preference loaders still broken?
No.
No, that is fixed. Oh, you want to know what else is really funny, too? Do you guys remember that tweak that... I forget what it was. Oh, I know what it was. Remember that tweak that was released by Ryan Petrich around the holidays called Snow Overlay on his beta repository?
Yeah.
Did any of you guys see that?
Oh, I vaguely remember this. Yeah.
That still works on iOS 9 right now on my phone. It still works.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so second, speaking of Ryan Petrich, is Activator upgraded?
No, unfortunately not yet.
Ooh.
So
But again, it's a ridiculously complex tweak.
we could give Ryan more time, but Ryan is super fast. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe iOS 9 is a little bit more complex to update it for, but then again, iOS 7 was probably pretty complex too, and it didn't take that long for him to update. It for iOS 7. So.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I think I just wanted to quickly throw this out because it's kind of something important for Cydia tweak usage. Basically, as of right now, there's something wrong with, I don't know if it's the untether, the current 9.0 untether, or it's the newer devices, because we've been hearing this for newer devices. Basically, when you install any Cydia tweak, or not many, when you install some Cydia tweaks, most tweaks in my experience, basically after you install them, they work fine. Like the tweak shows up and everything works, except Cydia crashes. It just refuses to launch, and that's pretty scary, obviously, for a lot of people. So basically what you need to do to fix this and actually get into Cydia after you've installed some tweaks is you need to go into substrate safe mode, which is basically when you turn your device off, turn it on, and hold the volume up key to disable Cydia substrate and all your tweaks. Then you could open Cydia, then it works, and then you can manage stuff. Once you're happy with all your management, just reboot again, and then all your tweaks will work, and of course Cydia will then crash after you've exited safe mode. But as for the time being, that's pretty much the only way I've been able to really use Cydia with tweaks. I'm not sure what the problem is, but it's a pretty massive problem, but that's how you get around it. I just thought I'd throw that out there because if we're talking about tweaks, I think people should definitely know that.
Right, and I'm not sure if this is select people that this is happening to, because
I think it's 6S.
Yeah, I was just going to say that because
sure.
because me and Andy both have the iPhone 6S, and we were on FaceTime, and this was really, it was funny because it happened legitimately at the exact same time.
Yeah, our Cydia started crashing. Yeah.
So, and we both have the 6S. So it leads me to believe that newer devices, meaning the iPhone 6S and iPhone 6S Plus, if that's jailbroken and, a tweak is installed that doesn't really work all that well and is kind of incompatible and, needs to be updated, this is what could happen. So there you go. That's a way to get around it if you're having that issue. Hopefully we're not the only ones that are having this issue, because I haven't really seen this I haven't really, I saw it pop up on our Jailbreak, but I haven't seen this pop up on Twitter or anywhere else, so I'm kind of confused as to, really what's going on. But I think we'll figure out more about it in the coming days, probably.
Yeah, I might make a little fix video for it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
So I think in terms of initial discussion, I think that covers it. It was released by Pengu in the middle of the night yesterday. Supports all devices. I think that Pengu definitely received some help from I Hate Snow and Luca Tedesco. So again, huge shout out and thanks to those guys. They worked really hard.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but before we go ahead and sign off, I just was looking on our Jailbreak, and Virtual Home has a beta for iOS 9.
Oh, nice.
So we gotta try this out. But yeah, so we should.
I will definitely do that. Yeah.
So, and it looks like also that if you didn't it might not work if you didn't purchase it initially on a iOS 9, like a pre-iOS 9 firmware, so something that's able to be, Virtual Home is able to be purchased on, because as of right now, Cydia purchases don't work with iOS 9, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
So it doesn't open those up. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, well,
Barrel, of course. Barrel is compatible
we gotta
with,
talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was updated by Aaron Ash, I believe sometime today. I installed it in the middle of the night last night. It had some problems, but now it's all back up in order. I'm flipping through my pages right now, and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Supposedly iFile as well.
Yes, I have that as well.
Yeah, iFile does work, yeah.
So some of the big marquee names are already updated for 9, clearly, but obviously, like I said, this is time sensitive. By the time this recording is published, this may be changed. More tweaks will probably be updated. So my advice, keep your eyes peeled on Twitter. There's also a Google Doc that has the iOS 9 compatible tweaks like they have with every new jailbreak release. So I believe IDB posted about that. So if you go on IDB, they'll have that. So yeah, look, there's a lot of new tweaks that have to be updated. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new tweaks as well, especially where 3D Touch is concerned. That's an entirely new area now of the jailbreak tweak market. So I think we're in for an unbelievable next few weeks.
Absolutely, months or possibly even year. With these jailbreaks,
hopefully,
lots of awesome stuff. Yeah.
This
and just as
tremendous potential.
Just as an update from a little while ago, where we had talked about the 8.4.1 jailbreak by Luca Tedesco, it seems like everything has come together. It seems like the jailbreak's almost complete. The only thing that needs to get done now, I think, is the user interface for the jailbreak itself. So we should be seeing the jailbreak fairly soon.
Yes, and I'll be. Okay, all right, here we go. Shameless promotion. I'll be making a tutorial as soon as it's out. Boom! I did it.
I wish I could say the same, but I didn't. I just did not have the time to get any of my devices on 8.4.1. So unfortunately, I cannot make a tutorial. But as soon as the jailbreak comes out, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
What?
Go to the Apple Store and jailbreak the demo phone.
None of them are on iOS 8. Yeah.
I was gonna say I have a feeling they're probably all updated to 9.
Oh yeah, well there's a slate. Oh man, do you guys remember Jailbreak Me?
Yeah.
I have it running on a device right next to me right now.
That is fantastic.
Yes, it's awesome. It's an iPod 3rd gen. It's on 4.3.3 Jailbreak Me 3.0. That's basically the only reason I even keep this thing at this point. It's because it has Jailbreak Me compatibility.
That is just legendary. Okay.
Like the iPod is the latest firmware for the iPod's iOS 5, but like, this one has SHSH, so I'm just keeping it forever because I just like occasionally I enjoy just using Jailbreak Me just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Also, too, speaking of SHSH, I'm sorry to pop up all this stuff on you guys. But speaking of SHSH, I do remember seeing something on Twitter to the extent of basically Tiny Umbrella has not been updated for like a little while. So it seems like that Semaphore is trying his best to update it for iOS 9. Apparently, a lot of things have changed in iOS 9 in terms of like I guess SHSH and how to save it and stuff. So he said just bear with him and it should be out, eventually, but he's working on it. So we don't know. These are kind of just thoughts circulating in the air. We don't know, when that's going to happen. We don't know when the 8.4.1 jailbreak is coming out. This is all just theoretical.
Look, at the end of the day, a lot of things right now are uncertain, but I think in the next few days things are going to start to come together. So, of course, we will have you guys updated on that.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think that's it's been a long day. Lots of recording for me and
what a day.
Tweaking and
crazy day.
To say the least, definitely.
Restoring.
For all three of us. Yeah. For all three of us, it's been a long day.
But it's awesome though. I'm super happy that the jailbreak is back. And
the only reason I'm still running at this point is out of pure excitement. Like,
yeah, I was ready to die during my PSATs. Like, I was just so tired. But the thing that was the one thought that was keeping me going is I just have to get through 5.5 more hours of school, and I'll be able to come home and jailbreak my iPhone 6s.
Yeah. There you go.
And finally see City on it again. So I was excited, but yeah, we've all had a long day to say the least.
Yes, we have.
But my Blue Jays won, so I'm happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's that as well.
And the Cubs clinched the division, I think it was, which is pretty interesting because Back to the Future 2 might actually be coming true, which is actually pretty interesting because that movie came out in 1985, I think. I'm probably gonna go on record saying that the wrong date. I'm gonna look that up real fast.
It's close enough. Yeah, like my family are huge Cubs fans, so it's been
1989. So I was close.
You say you have a lot of family in Chicago, right?
I do, yeah. So yeah, it's huge. It's like a huge deal. Like some of my relatives were actually at the game, so it was apparently loud when they won.
Yeah, well, I was looking at various Snapchat stories from like the little Chicago Cubs thing because they always do that every time there's like a big event or whatever. And yeah, it was pretty loud in the stadium when they won. So.
Oh yeah, ears ringing for sure.
Yeah.
Baseball Weekly is brought to you in.
Well, it's October. It's almost the World Series. It's
Yeah.
I mean, my Phillies. My Phillies are, not doing too. They did not do too good, but there's always next season. So
cheer for Toronto. Cheer for Toronto, David. You better cheer for Toronto.
Here's to the Philadelphia Phillies in 2016. Hopefully, they'll get another World Series
win.
win.
Winning the World Series. Like, come on now, David. Really?
Against the Chicago Cubs.
Actually, would that
Boston Red Sox?
That would be. They didn't even make it, dude. Boston's out of the picture.
I know. I'm just from Boston.
I'm
from Boston, so I'm just giving them.
Philly is out of the picture too. That's why I said try again next year, Philly.
Come on, guys. Toronto is Eastern. Toronto's Canadian. You guys like Toronto, right?
I mean,
David, be careful.
Awkward silence.
I'm not gonna say I hate Toronto because I don't. But I like in terms of what team I like better, I like the Phillies better because I live there.
No, David. Come on.
I'm not saying in terms of who's better. I would probably say right now in terms of who's better, would probably say Toronto because the Phillies are absolutely garbage right now. So hopefully.
Love to see a Toronto-Chicago. That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Toronto-Chicago World Series. That'd be incredible.
Maybe it'll happen. Who knows? I want to see, it's not out of spite for you, I just want to see the Cubs win the World Series because I want to see Back to the Future 2 be right, because the movie came out in 1989, so...
You're such a Back to the Future, okay.
I know.
Anyway,
gotta get back in time.
is.
No, I was okay. Here's the deal. I was obsessed with the movies when I was younger, and then the obsession kind of went away a little bit. And then in 2015, as soon as 2015 started, it like started back up again because I was like, oh my God, this is the year that it all happens. We're supposed to be getting hoverboards, self-lacing shoes, Jaws, what is it? Jaws 19. All these things were supposed to happen, so I was getting all hype and excited over it. The Cubbies were supposed to win the World Series against a 4-sweep from Miami, but Miami can't even play the Cubs, so I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah, so anyway, that's enough Baseball Weekly / Back to the Future.
We're going on a tangent here.
Yeah. All right. Well, after all that, to say the least, this has been an incredible day, and we are still. I think I speak for all three of us when I say we are still in complete total shock that this iOS 9 jailbreak dropped today. And I think I'll be in shock for the remainder of the week. But yeah, hopefully things get fixed between now and the next time we record. Hopefully some things are out and we see some more jailbreak tweaks that take advantage of 3D Touch or a bunch of other stuff. I'm just super excited for what's to come. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. And until next time, this is the Jailbreak Weekly crew signing out. Bye, guys. All right, good job, guys. Nice
That
job.
wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was.
We messed up a lot while recording this episode. Here are some bloopers, and as always, enjoy.
There you go. Now it's live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Jailbreak Weekly, episode number 14.
David,
What?
no one's watching.
I know. I don't care. I just like to do that.
That's gotta go.
David, no one's watching.
David, no one's watching.
That was funny. Alright. Are you just constantly trying to make more bloopers, Justin?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Next thing you know, achoo!
Yeah!
Did they win?
No, not yet, but... Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come on, Blue Jays. Let's go. Come on.
Alright, I said sorry for the absence, guys. We are recording episode 14 now. Come listen to us talk about a certain jailbreak. ...
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, baby.
Alright.
We should put that in the bloopers too.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, here we go again. Alright, well...
Andy's just... Andy's creeping me out.
What? I'm creeping you out?
No, oh yeah, that you did last time.
Yeah, well, yours,
You
yeah,
did
like
one
yours
too.
are not creepy.
Yeah, you did one too, Justin. That's in the podcast from last week. I remember.
Oh,
Andy's
totally.
is like...
Then you're just like, oh yeah!
Ow.
Exactly. That's exactly how we felt last week.
Ow.
I think so. What was that?
Just human Africa is like randomly coming up with these things. It's like no one knows where you get them from or why. Just come up with it.
That's me.
Alright.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah!
There are bloopers. It's just gonna be him
I'm
saying that.
sorry. Second out. We got one more out and then we win the freaking division.
Yeah,
Yes!
baby!
Here we go. One more out. Come on. Come on, then we win the freaking division. We were down 2-0 in the series and we're gonna come back and win it 3-2. Yes, because that is Canada freaking power. Okay? The Canadians don't mess with Canadians.
Okay. Well then, that escalated quickly.
Oh yeah, come on, one more strike. One more strike. One more strike. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is Canadian history being made right here, okay? Like one more strike. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Ah! No.
If someone joins us right now, like, what the heck are they gonna think?
There's been like 5 foul balls in a row. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I knew it. What did I tell you? I knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah!
So did they win?
Yeah!
Okay.
I've got to admit.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I know. We have to be professional, you know. 'Cause we're
Yeah,
live.
you know, my professional screaming. I'm a professional screamo artist.
Screamo.
I'm a professional screamo artist. That's my job now.
It's like a
Liver gibbet. Viagra! 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 Viagra!
This is going to the bloopers.
Herbal supplement! Blubber nugget! Flibber gibbet!
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Why are you guys laughing?
What was that?
I'm sorry.
And I have my co-host with me. I have Andy Hoff. What's going on, Andy?
What? I was like,
That was funny. Was that Justin? Were you FaceTiming him?
Yes, he was.
No, I wasn't. I was not FaceTiming him. I was audio FaceTiming him.
Oh. Oh. Mine equals.
Okay. I'm done. I promise.
All right, start again, David.
Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is.
I'm sorry, I had to cough.
Hey. Oh, that was weird.
Wait, what's the name of this tweak? I don't know what the hell it is. Absolutely. So there's a new tweak called Legacy Switcher. Justin beat me to it. Justin, you win. Justin win. Everybody sit down because Justin wins. Okay.
Alright, let's. That'll be a blooper.
Wait, did someone kick me out of the group chat?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Someone kicked me out of the group chat, okay?
No.
Add me back in.
Yeah. It was Justin.
No,
Justin
wait,
removed Andy from the conversation. 802.
No,
At 802.
I did not. No way.
Yep, 802. You left the conversation.
Andy, I got you.
Yeah,
No
get me.
way.
There you go, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, this is the Jailbreak Weekly crew signing out.
No, you can't do that. You can't
Yeah.
steal my outro. What is that? No.
Do the freaking outro.
All right. Okay. Fine. Nice. Nice
That
job.
wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah. Back in time. I know what that is. We are terminating the broadcast in.
What happened? David? What happened? David? Did you just mute him?
I literally have no idea what just happened.
I'm ready to call it. 3.
Wait, what happened for you guys? It was like,
Wait, are we still live or did you just like...
yeah, I was about to hit the button in 3, 2, 1, and then I was gonna count down, and then all of a sudden, like.